Welcome back to Stuff That Like Slash Enjoy, at least at this point in time. My name is Caleb.
And I'm Christina.
We're the Castanedas, and today I want to ask Christina, what's something you like slash enjoy?
Okay. Something that I like slash enjoy, which I think it's something you enjoy too. So I'm excited to hear your commentary on this.
Yeah, because I don't know what this is yet.
Yeah. So my question this week is, are zoos ethical?
Oh, no.
So something that I like slash enjoy is zoos.
Okay.
But it's more so going to be about, rather than talking you through what a zoo is, which is pretty much where animals are held in captivity for us to look at.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about what the ethics of zoos are.
Oh, no. Okay.
Why do you sound so displeased?
I've kept a very surface level idea of what zoos are.
Oh, well,
on
good. This
purpose.
is going to be a surface level look at zoos ethics. So
Okay.
I'm not going to dig into
I've
anything.
done that on purpose, though, because I know if I dive deep, then I won't want to go to the zoo anymore.
Okay. I don't think this will change your opinion.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So why I thought of this topic was recently we went to the zoo in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yes.
That was last weekend.
That was a sad zoo.
It was one of the sadder.
One of the sadder zoos.
And as we were leaving, I said to you, like, I should do an episode on zoos. And I was thinking maybe I should do it more on the ethics of zoos because we saw some sad animals.
We did.
Which is what
Some little sad boys.
So within this, I'm also going to include aquariums as well.
Okay.
Because it's kind of the same concept. You know, it's fish in a tank or dolphins, kind of like a zoo. So some thoughts on aquariums. So you can keep those fish and whales in mind.
Yes.
As well.
Okay. Sounds good.
So as I mentioned before, we both like zoos, and we have been to quite a few zoos and aquariums in our relationship.
Probably like 7 or 8.
Yeah, which is kind of fun. So I'm going to briefly share what I've looked up and kind of compiled as like the top pros of zoos, like the benefits of them. And I want to ask you, like, if you think each of those pros are valid or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Thank you.
I like that.
Yeah. So the first pro that came up is conservation. So many zoos have breeding programs for endangered species, and some have even successfully reintroduced animals back into the wild after having them in the zoo and breeding them. And some of these animals were considered like extinct in nature or critically endangered.
Yeah.
And now there's maybe a couple hundred of them. These include, but are not limited to, I just liked the names, the Wyoming toad, the Partula snail, the Hawaiian goose, and the black-footed ferret.
No way. The black-footed ferret.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was extinct almost in nature, and now there's a couple hundred somewhere. And the Wyoming toad, they're now living in one lake in Wyoming.
The Wyoming toad. Yeah.
Just one lake.
Very cool.
But they got reintroduced to that lake, and they're doing great.
They're thriving.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So do you think that is valid?
A valid pro?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because naturally, we're going to protect those endangered species way better than they would be in the wild. Otherwise, they wouldn't be endangered.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Do you think it's important? This is probably a real tangent, but do you think it's important to keep animals from becoming extinct?
It's a really tough thing. I actually thought about this 2 days ago.
Oh,
For like a
interesting.
good hour. I don't know why.
I love it. You should do an episode on it.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those things. It's like, if I get too deep, maybe I'll care too much, and then I'll be sad.
Become an animal activist.
Exactly. They'd be throwing blood everywhere, all of our fur coats and stuff.
Oh, yeah. All those fur coats we have.
All those black-footed ferret coats we have.
With the Wyoming toad.
Yeah,
fur.
Wyoming tone like hats. So, what was your question? One time?
Do you think that it's important that we keep animals from going extinct?
You know, it's tough to say. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer because some of them are really necessary for like nature's food chain to survive.
Ecosystem, yeah.
The ecosystem. To thrive. Ecosystem. This German accent. Oh, ecosystem. Anyways, I think that some are really necessary, but then some I think just died out because they were hunted to extinction, and that was kind of like where they were supposed to end. So I don't know if there's a right or wrong answer there. I really don't.
Cool. Valid. All right, another pro for zoos is research. Zoos provide opportunities for close-up study of animal behaviors, seeing their needs, how they reproduce, even like the developments for veterinary care, which can then carry on to domesticated animals and also keeping them, more of them alive in nature. Do you think that's a valid pro?
Yeah. I think that's valid.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, education and awareness. So this is based on the concept that if people are aware of the needs of animals and see that they are like alive before you, they might be more likely to, the humans seeing them might be more likely to be vegan or not buy products made of animals and maybe give more of their money to taking care of animals. Do you think that's a valid reason to have a zoo? Not that those aren't valid things, but...
No.
Okay.
Because it hasn't worked. Most of the world, well, I'll contain it to America. Most of America has probably been to a zoo.
Yeah.
Or at least 75%
Yeah,
of
everybody
it.
in fourth grade probably went to a zoo field trip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I can almost guarantee, without looking up statistics, most of America still eats meat. So I don't think that is
And still
bringing any
buys
kind of
products
awareness.
made of animals.
Yes, exactly. So I don't think that's necessarily a pro.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I didn't look into the details of this, but I do believe the majority of zoos are funded by really big donors or like philanthropists who already like animals or are tax dollars and grants.
Yeah.
And so I'm not aware of most of the funding for animals conservation coming from individuals.
Tulsa needs some more philanthropists. They really do.
No, Topeka Zoo.
Topeka really does. Oh my God.
That should be shuttered.
They need a Zuckerberg down there to save that zoo.
I want us later on tell some zoo stories.
Yeah, cool.
The fourth pro of zoos potentially is that zoos take in injured or orphaned animals that couldn't be released into the wild and wouldn't survive in the wild.
Again, that's a middle ground for me. I mean, some animals I really want to survive because they're cute or I think they're super interesting. But was it just their time to go, or are they an integral part of the ecosystem?
Right.
So I think, I don't know if there's a right or wrong answer there.
Yeah. And I could see zoos being, if they were only for injured or orphaned animals, that'd be cool. But the idea of maybe breeding animals in zoos just to have them is a little different.
Yeah.
So I think most zoos the purpose isn't just to take in injured animals.
Yeah.
As opposed to like an animal like sanctuary or rescue center.
Which I'm a huge fan of.
Yes.
I
Very
love
different than
sanctuaries.
zoos in my
Yes.
mind. Yeah.
Very different.
Yeah. Okay, the fifth one was economy and tourism. That zoos are money making for the local city and can help promote money being given to animal conservation.
Huge pro.
Totally.
Huge pro. Good for the city. Good for the zoo. Better habitats for other zoo animals. Like better conditions, better food. I think that's huge.
Yep.
Super big pro.
Totally.
Yeah.
I agree. Okay, so now for some cons.
You didn't tell me there'd be cons.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we're talking about the ethics of zoos. We
Yeah,
gotta do like
that's true.
some ethics,
That's true.
ethically good or maybe negative.
I agree.
You're
You're awesome. I love that you put this together. It's so fun.
So the number one con that people come up with is for the sake of the animals. The animals' well-being, the con being that even the best zoos cannot fully replicate natural habitats.
Man, that's so tough.
Zoos have been found to lead to chronic stress among animals and behaviors like pacing or rocking back and forth. And some types of animals even have shortened life expectancies. If you get into the idea of aquariums, like with orcas or dolphins, they're created to like traverse the ocean and we put them in like a swimming pool.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have it's such a tangled web here though, because I have a theory that we shouldn't keep zoo animals above a certain intelligence level in the zoo or animals. Sorry. So
What did you say?
zoo animals.
Okay,
They're
yeah.
obviously in the zoo if
Exactly,
they're zoo
yeah,
animals.
yeah.
But like if an animal is able, like an animal is as smart as a dolphin and you're keeping it in a zoo, I don't think that's okay.
Right.
Or like, I would say some big cats. I'm really not a big fan of keeping big cats in zoos. I think that's really brutal.
Or a bear.
Elephants. Yes, a bear. Oh my God, we saw the saddest bear in Tulsa. It was, oh my God. Anyways, like animals above a certain intelligence level can't be kept in zoos. But some can. Like saw the Omaha Zoo with this amazing elephant exhibit.
Yes.
Like humongous.
It's very big, yeah.
Elephant exhibit. Elephants are super smart, but I would be totally fine leaving them in that exhibit because it was so nice, so tailored to their lifestyle.
They got food brought to them.
Oh,
They're living
man.
a good life.
And it was massive.
Yeah.
It was massive. And so I think it depends on, I only agree with keeping animals under a certain intelligence level in zoos. And I only agree with keeping animals in zoos if they have the correct habitat to keep that animal in that is close enough to their natural habitat.
Okay, yeah. So not just like a tank. They're like, oh, we're going to stick this animal in there, but it's like curated to it specifically. And,
yes, absolutely. And again, like I don't know the intelligence level that I'm talking about here, but there's clearly a difference between a bird and a dolphin.
Yeah, and even different types of birds, like a duck or an eagle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Which they might be equally intelligent. I just think an eagle's smarter than a duck. I don't know that.
I think an eagle is more intelligent because it has to hunt.
Right.
Like it has to like prey on other birds. Whereas a duck is just there for survival.
Right.
You know, smaller bird. I think that requires less intelligence.
It's valid.
That's my whole jumble of an answer to give you.
I like it. I think of we were at the Tulsa Zoo and they had red pandas, which if you're not familiar with a red panda, they're like the size of like a fox. Yeah. They're not like a panda.
Yeah, it's not huge.
And those red pandas were living their best life.
Oh my God.
They had a great exhibit. They sleep most of the time. They had food brought out to them. They were having a good time.
Yeah.
I'm like, that seems okay to me.
Totally.
An actual panda bear? Maybe not.
And I get that people like get upset about this, but hey, there are, I know I have like related people that are related to me that have animals that don't take care of them well in the least, like dogs and cats that don't have the proper environment to let them live their quote unquote best lives. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? And so let's figure that out first. You know what I'm talking about? Like let's not worry about what the zoo is doing.
Yeah, we have no problem with people buying 3 dogs and then sticking them, you know.
Or like 12 cats in the same house. Are we insane? So let's figure that out first and then we can complain about zoos. That's my thing.
I like that rant.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, another con is while breeding programs are good and have been successful, they generally produce animals that can't be released into nature. So it's like maybe you saved the, black horned rhino, but that rhino can't live in nature. Therefore, you're breeding animals that can't, be released. So success stories like the Wyoming toad are very rare.
Mm-hmm. It is interesting. It's tough to say because you could breed something that's really docile and cool, but really big and strong like a rhinoceros. And then you have a pet rhinoceros.
Right.
And it's nice to everybody and now it's like domesticated. So that's cool.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you could never let that in the wild because it would die immediately. It could be killed by geese or some mildly ferocious
really domesticated rhino being attacked by a goose.
They'd wait him out. Just wait till he died. But yeah, so it's just like, I don't know. I feel like there's no yes or no answer to this question. Like you should or shouldn't. It's just because they've also domesticated foxes and they've bred them into domestication, which I think is cute and adorable. And I would love to have a fox. But at the same time, you can never release that cute little fox into the wild. And so in modern times, I don't think it's necessarily wrong to keep an animal alive that can't survive on its own if there is a desire for the public to from the public to actually own that animal and take care of it.
Right.
But as soon as that desire and that need in their hearts is gone, it's like, okay, I don't know how much longer we can agree to keep this thing alive because we're not doing it any favors.
Right. And then breeding it so it produces more that's in captivity.
Yeah.
Which then gets into the other con, which is more, I don't know, tree huggery, but the fundamental question of the ethics of captivity. Is it morally acceptable to deprive a sentient, intelligent animal of the liberty of freedom for human benefit?
I need you to answer this first.
I think there's a range of depriving a animal of liberty for your benefit. Like a horse on a farm, I think that's great. Mm-hmm. And that horse probably is living a happier life than, running through the woods and trying to find hay in the winter. But yeah, I think it's all a variation of what that exhibit in the space is for the animal. And I don't know. I don't get too much in the ethics. I don't want people to treat animals poorly by any means, but like animals are animals. And I don't know, there are varying levels of intelligence and needs and some animals are really happy to be in a zoo and they're living their best life, and others are pacing back and forth and miserable. So, yeah.
I wish there was some kind of like test that you could make them take. Like if they could memorize these 3 hand signals from a human that mean feed, water, whatever, then they could be let into the wild because they're too smart to be in captivity. But it's just such a gray area. I feel like it's kind of a trap to answer it fully, like one way or the other.
I love it. Okay, one more con is, I guess there's 2. One is that cute exhibits, zoos, like the red panda or like the cute little monkeys, can increase desires for people to own exotic pets or view them as for their own personal entertainment, which then has led to people buying their own little monkeys who then they don't take care of well. So that can be a con, getting you close enough to see how cute that animal is and then you buying it.
This is such a weird con. I don't think it's real because it's the same as being like, that woman should not dress so provocatively because they're causing me to lust and I might act out. It's like, get some self-control.
If you're not responsible enough to take care of the little monkey you bought, that's your own problem.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, do not blame other people for your poor decisions. So I don't think that's a real thing, that real con.
Yeah. I guess it could be if you get into you don't believe the animals should ever be captive. It's against the animal. If you're getting to animal rights, I could see that.
Totally.
And then the last one is the cost of running zoos. Tons of specifically taxpayer money and government grants go to maintaining and funding zoos, as well as the expertise of zookeepers and those who work there that could instead fund not only like helpful things for humans in the city, but also anti-poaching efforts or conservation of those animals in their natural habitats.
Yeah.
And for me, I think that's the most valid con.
That is very valid. Yeah. Like I would almost rather a better police force than a zoo. You know what I'm talking about? But since we're already
like
here,
sidewalks.
Yeah. I would love new sidewalks.
Or just sidewalks in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or gutters.
You know what we should do?
What?
Now I'm thinking about this. We should shut down zoos, put all the money towards infrastructure for the public, and then open up as many animal sanctuaries as we can.
Nice.
And help fund those instead. Because I think people would be more ready to give money to those places, and we would have better roads and sidewalks.
I like it.
Solved it.
There we go.
Also,
yes.
Until we do that, there needs to be someone at each exhibit at a zoo telling little kids to shut up and stop touching the glass.
And banking on, or their parents.
And the parents are worse sometimes.
It's true.
They're like inviting the kid up, like touch the glass, like poke the glass, look at the bear. And it's like, you need to leave the zoo alone. Yeah. You need to be expelled from this place. This is why animals go crazy, is because overstimulation, is that the word? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Of their environment. Yeah. And so if we were just to keep 5 feet from the fence, come up and look at the animal, keep your baby's mouth shut, I think these animals would be a lot happier where they are.
Yeah.
So until we get my other request, let's do this first request for me.
I love it. So take care of your kids. Don't let them bang on the glass, and better roads instead of zoos.
That's what I'm talking about.
I like it.
Come and walk in my perfect city.
All right. Well, I wanted to end this section with some anecdotes from our times at zoos. Yeah. And also I wanted to touch on something just slightly that you mentioned before, was animal sanctuaries, which I'm a big fan of animal sanctuaries. So animal sanctuaries are places that harbor animals who were often illegally owned or abandoned or confiscated for being mistreated, and like from circuses or animal attractions. And their goal isn't breeding, but pretty much to let these animals live out the rest of their life in a pretty large outdoor environment. We went to one in Colorado. It's called the Wild Animal Sanctuary. And the animals from Tiger King, the TV show Tiger King, as well as the real life Tiger King, all of his tigers are there.
So cool.
And it was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also local, like there's a small animal sanctuary here in KC where it has like birds that had broken wings and things like that.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Huge fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a question to that? Or is
No,
it
I just was like making a comment. The animal sanctuaries are very different.
Man.
I think are great in a way to still interact with animals often that could live well in the U.S. as opposed to maybe a jungle. But even like the Kansas City Zoo, they have a turtle named Tortellini. Mm-hmm. And it got hit by a boat. And so part of its shell is broken, so it can't float right.
Yeah.
And it would be killed in the wild, but it gets to live out a good life floating upside down pretty much.
Yeah. And it likes it. You
Yeah.
know, it's healthy. Mm-hmm. I don't know how they know it likes it, but the sign said it
But
likes
it's fine.
Yeah.
It's not in distress.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love those places, man. Those are some of my favorite places to go because not only are we paying to see animals that are being helped, all that money goes into helping those animals
Love
too,
it.
which is so fun. And I don't know, it just makes you feel good about yourself. Going to some zoos can make me feel bad about myself. I'm just like, oh God, I paid $5 to get in here, and that bat is stapled to the wall and dead.
Would you like to tell about the Topeka Zoo?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Topeka Zoo. I cannot recommend not going there enough. It is just a place that should be demolished, and let's put in a park for kids. You know, something that people actually go to and not feel terrible about.
Yeah.
But yeah, you went there. Half the exhibits were closed. It was cold when we were there, but almost every exhibit that was closed was under some kind of construction.
Yes.
Or the animal wasn't even there.
Yeah.
Like
it wasn't even like, oh, it's off exhibit.
Yeah, it
it's
was
like
just
there
no
was nothing
name.
for the exhibit.
Yeah. And so we went to see the bat part of and I usually love the bat enclosures in zoos. We went to see the bat enclosure, and we looked inside this square. It's supposed to be
small.
it's supposed to be like an I Spy adventure thing, learning a little bit with each hole you looked through into
Right.
this
It was
dark
like the
environment.
outside was blacked out, and then you could look in there. Yeah.
Yeah. And we looked inside, and they had taken a taxidermied bat.
Not even taxidermied. I think it just
You think it was
died.
just dead?
Yes. There was several.
They had pinned it to the wall.
Yeah.
And
They
had
literally
like
took
a
a
little
orange push pin and push pinned them to the wall.
and they had like a little cutout piece of copy paper below telling you a little bit about it, and the paper wasn't even nice. I was like, you can't even make the paper nice, Topeka? What are we doing here? You stapled a bat to the wall.
Yeah.
And at that point, it just became hilarious.
Yeah.
Like every exhibit we went to, we were like, this feels terrible, so we have to laugh about this.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're going to start crying.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was a miserable experience.
Yes. There should be no dead animals at a zoo.
Oh my God.
Especially not push pinned to the wall.
To the wall, Topeka. To the wall. So that was probably the worst zoo that we've ever been to.
Yeah. What are some of the best zoos or aquariums we've been to?
Oh man, Omaha, easy.
The Omaha Zoo, I think it's
Huge.
probably the best in the U.S. I
Yes.
think it's maybe the world.
Oh my God, if nobody listening to this has been there, please go.
It's worth the
amazing.
trip. Yeah.
You'll spend like the first 3 hours within the first, I don't know, 100 yards of the place, and it's huge. And
Yeah.
you'll just spend the first 3 hours looking through like 3 giant dome enclosures that they have at different species, and everything's really clean and taken care of, and everybody there's happy, and the people who are working there are in a good mood. And
Yeah.
it just seems like a really healthy environment. So I highly recommend that one
Yeah.
too. What about you?
Omaha Zoo is amazing. Like they have a jungle exhibit, and the animals are in this massive jungle, and they're not behind bars or screens and stuff. Like you almost feel like that could come and get me.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. Maui has an amazing aquarium.
Oh yeah.
It's all animals and fish and sea life that are native to Maui, and they literally take water from the ocean. So all the animals are really happy, and they can be released into the wild, which is cool. The KC Zoo, Kansas City Zoo, is not bad. There's nothing, compared to the Omaha Zoo, but it also costs a fraction of the price. Yes. Omaha Zoo is like $35.
Yeah.
Whereas the Kansas City Zoo, we get to go free as residents.
Yeah.
St. Louis Zoo.
St. Louis is fun.
Pretty fun. It's free as well. But yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend the Topeka Zoo.
My God.
Or the Tulsa one.
No, unfortunately. Don't go to those zoos.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a great topic, babe. Thanks for doing that.
So to sum it up, our zoo's ethical. And you don't have to answer that.
Our zoo's ethical. Yes, because I don't think animals have souls. But
as long as they're treated right, a zoo could be ethical.
Yes, as long as it's not abusive, which I don't think there are zoos out there that are abusive anymore because of all the activism that's happening.
Yeah.
So I would say zoos are ethical, in my own opinion. Yes.
All right. Love it.
Making a hard stance there.
Do it.
Come at me, QAnon.
I think it's more a PETA.
I know. That's the whole joke. Okay. Yeah, there you go.
All right. That's my topic.
Awesome.